Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming back to our YouTube channel. And if you have already subscribed to our channel, thank you so much. But if you are yet to do so, please kindly do so by clicking on the subscription button and also on the bell icon to enable you get notification of all new tutorials. This is another online tutorial with Jenie concept. We'll be learning how to make this round pleated frame Turban Gele design using the Scuba fabric. The materials used include Scuba fabric, scissors, measuring tape, matching color of thread and needle, as well as appliques or other accessories for embellishment. For this particular design which we are working on, the design is divided into two parts. We have the turban cap, which is the base, and the pleated frame, which has the handle. So right now I have my fabric cut out and I'll be giving out the measurement. But first and foremost, ensure that you have your turban cap already sewn. I have mine already made, and this is it. It's a round band turban cap, so I'm going to set this aside. Now to proceed, I'm going to be stating out the measurements for the fabric for the design because I have my fabric cut out already. The first piece of fabric that I have here is the fabric that I'll be using for the pleated frame, and the measurement for this fabric is 24 inches by 28 inches. 24 inches for the head circumference, which is the length, and 28 inches for the width, which is the depth. However, if you want to create something much more fuller, you can increase the 28 inches to your desired width. And like I said, like I've been saying, the head circumference should be cut across the stretchy part of the fabric. So 23 inches by 24 inches rather by 28 inches. Now this is the fabric that we're going to be using for our pleated frame, and then we're also going to be having our fabric for the handle. And for my handle, I have two pieces of fabric here. Each piece of fabric is 6 inches by 10 inches, 6 inches by 10 inches. So this is going to be serving as the fabric for the handle. To get started with the tutorial properly, we are going to be working on the pleated frame first, after ensuring that you have your turban cap ready. Now for the pleated frame, I have my fabric here and we are going to be pleating this down. We'll also be needing a needle and thread. Now I'm going to be making my pleat for my turban frame. I'm going to be folding my fabric for my pleat. Now I'm going to be folding in the fabric for my pleats. To do that, I'll fold in my fabric by 1 inch. So I'll fold it in by about 1 inch or 1.5 inches, and then I'll start making my pleats this way. So I'll start picking my fabric this way. And then this is it. I'll start picking it this way, gradually, one after the other, and I have to ensure that they are all equal. So this is it. Now I'm going to get, as soon as I'm done making my pleats, this is what I get. Now I'm going to try and get a clip, okay, and I'm going to try as much as possible to clip this end. Let me hold it in place. Then I'll come over to this side and also get another clip, and then try as much as possible to clip it down also to help me hold it in place. So I have my clip here. and I'm going to clip this down. Now as for the middle, I'm going to start stacking it, and I'll arrange it to ensure that they are all equal, and then I'll pass my needle and thread through it gradually. So this is it, my thread is out, and I'm also going to go back again, pass my needle and thread back through it. While passing your needle and thread, you have to adjust it constantly to ensure that it's in place. And my thread is out again. Now you don't have to pull your thread to make it so tight. It should be a bit free. And I'll tie it. So this is it for this side. Now I'll start from this other end. I'm now going to start arranging it this way. I'll arrange it down all the way to the end. And ensure it is well placed. Then I'm going to get my needle and thread, and I'm going to be tacking at this end again to help me secure it down in place. So this is it. I'll start passing my needle and thread through it one after the other. For the end now, the end has to be tighter than the middle part. So the middle part should be more tacking. When it gets towards the end should be more firm or more tighter, while the middle part should be freer in terms of the thread that is used. So I'm just going to continue with this part. Now coming down to this other end, I'm also going to be repeating the same thing for it. So have my clip removed, and then I will start by adjusting it all the way down to the end, and then I'll finally get my thread and needle to tack it down. So far so good. This is my work after tacking it down. Now to continue, I'm going to get my turban cap, which is the base. So this is my work. I'm going to set it aside. I'll get my turban cap, and then I've marked the middle of my turban cap with pin so that it will be easy for me to locate. You can as well use your chalk to do that. Then I'm going to get my pleated frame. This is my pleated frame. I need to get the middle of it, which is this point here, and then I'm going to be placing it on my turban cap this way while I get my needle and thread to start tacking it down. So I'm going to pass my needle and thread from inside the cap through the pleats already formed, already made, gradually, because I have to ensure that everything is equal. And then I will take it all to the top and bring my needle and thread out. I will take my needle and thread back inside again, gradually, while also trying to ensure that each pleat is properly in place. And then I'll take it back into the turban cap. And I just want to secure it, just to reinforce it so that it doesn't pull off easily. Okay, that is done for the middle part. I'm going to continue, pass my thread from inside the cap, not very far, and then it is out. So I'm just going to tack this down to the base. Now secure my thread and cut off the excess thread. Or better still, you can try to extend your thread and then come over to somewhere else by the side and then tack it down. But I want to cut off my thread at this point. Please, if you are new to this channel and you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so by clicking on the subscription button, and if you have already done so, thank you so much and I'm really grateful. Now I have my thread and needle again, and coming over to the side, I'm going to repeat what I just did for the middle part for the side. I'm now passing my needle and thread from inside the cap and then through the pleat, while I'm also trying to adjust the pleat and ensure that everything is properly in place. So this is it. My needle is out, and then I will pull off my thread and then take it back inside again gradually. So this is it for that side, and then I'm going to repeat the same procedure again for this side before coming towards the end. So I'll adjust my cap, and then coming over not too far from where I just finished stacking, I will continue by passing my thread through it again. And as soon as it's out, I'll pull out my needle, and then I'll take my needle back inside the cap again, from the pleat down to the till it's out of the cap. And then this is it. Then I'll secure it in place. So as soon as I'm done with this point, all I'm left is one more tacking towards the end. Now if you observe, you see that my pleated frame has been behind my band. This is my band here, my frame has been behind the band. Now for this end here, about 4 inches to the end, I'm just going to get this pleated frame and make a slight curve and then place it on the band that is towards the end, just a bit. Then I'll tack it down to secure it. So this is it. It goes behind the band, and after a while it comes slant on the band. So this is it, and at this point I'll start tacking it down. Because you have to ensure that the back part is very firm and is very tight. So as soon as I'm done with this part, I'm going to secure my thread and cut off the excess thread. Then I'm going to go all the way down to the right side and repeat the same thing for the other side, but I'm going to be doing that off camera in order to reduce the size and the length of the video. So all you just have to do is to apply the same technique and the same method that was used in sewing for this side for the other side that is left. So this is it, and then we're done with this side. Then I'll come over to this side, this right side here, and I'm going to tack it down, and then I'll get back. So far this is my work, and I'm done tacking the right side down to the base, and then this is the left side also. Now you can see this point that I tack. I can try to get my stones and then place on it in order to, as a form of embellishment, but in order to hide this needle and thread that I use in tacking it. So right now I'm going to place this on the dummy head to show us the outlook before we can continue. So after tacking down, this is what we get, and then it's at this open end that we're going to be adding a handle, and that's what we're going to be doing next. I have two pieces of fabric, 6 inches by 10 inches, and then I'm going to be folding it into two. After folding into two, I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm going to be making a slant curve at the end. Now the essence of this is to make the fabric more stretchy, so that when tying it can stretch more. So I'll just curve it this way. And I'm going to place this on my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew it. So as it is, I'll place it on my sewing machine and then sew from this end down to this end. I'll repeat the same thing for the second fabric, and after sewing I'll get back. This is my handle. I've finished sewing and I've turned it inside out, so I have it this way. Now I'm going to proceed by attaching this to already sewn turban cap and pleated frame. Okay, I have my turban cap here with my pleated frame, and then this is the end, and then I'll get the handle, one of the handle, and I'm going to be placing, I'll fold it a bit, I'll fold it in a bit, let's say half an inch or 1 inch, and then I'll place this open end inside the handle. Okay, I'm still trying to fold it in. So this is it, and then I'm going to get my needle and thread. You can see that this sewn part is at the back, while this free side is at the front, in front of the pleat. So right now I'll get my needle and thread, and I'm going to be tacking it down together. So I'll get my needle and thread after setting it in place, and I'll start passing it in. So this is it for this side. I'm done tacking and I've cut off the excess thread. Now I'm going to also do the same for this other side. I'll get the handle and then place it inside, and then thereafter get my needle and thread, and I'm going to be tacking it down. At this point, I'm done tacking my handle to my frame. So I have my cap, my frame, and my handle in place. All that is left to do is to embellish my design. So before embellishment, this is how it looks like. That is immediately after attaching our handle. This is the back view, and you can see the point where it has been tied, and then this is the front. Now for embellishment, you can either make use of appliques such as this, or this kind of pearls, or still further make use of small stones, whichever one you have access to. It's okay and can go for it. Now embellishing is not a must, it's optional. You can decide to do that or you can decide to skip it. Now I have my applique, I'm going to be working with this, and I have my gum. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to apply gum on my applique, and after applying gum on my applique, I will allow air to pass through it a bit so I get a little bit dry before placing down on my design. Then I will glue it down to my frame this way. So I'm just going to do that and I will get back. So this is my work after gluing it down, and then finally I'm going to place this on my dummy head to show us the final look. So this is my turban design, and I have the handle. So I have the handle here, and then I'm just going to tie it at the back. So this is it at the back, and then I'm going to tie it to hold it down in place. It has been knotted at the back, and then this is how the front looks like. So this is the finished work of our design, and then this is the back view of it. Thank you so much for watching, and with this we have come to the end of this tutorial. Please, if you like this video, do well to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, and feel free to share. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do so by clicking on the subscription button and also on the bell icon to enable you get notifications on all other tutorials that will be uploaded.